today we're going to do a really simple recipe for 5 cupcakes. I wanted to do something kind of for the Power Rangers movie, but wasn't really sure what to do, so I decided to keep it pretty simple. We're going to do a small batch recipe of plain vanilla cupcakes and then decorate them all pretty. The first step is to mix your flour and your baking powder and salt. I just kept that in a little bowl. And I'll put all of the ingredients and everything in the description box. It just makes it a little easier. Next you're going to take your sugar, 1 egg, and just whisk until it's well combined. Make sure you get your whisk in there really fast because you don't want that egg to burn. That's pretty well combined. Add your melted butter. And you'll start to see it go really pale and smooth. It shouldn't be too foamy. We're going to just eyeball half of our dry ingredients. Again, mixing until there's no lumps, but also be really careful because once you add that flour into your wet ingredients, that's when the gluten starts to form and you run the risk of overbeating. A full amount of milk. The rest of the dry ingredients. And that's when you'll see your nice smooth batter start to form. Last ingredient is going to be our vanilla. Since I'm not adding any other flavor, that's going to be the dominant flavor. I just went ahead and eyeballed it. I don't care if there's a little extra. That's going to end up working out better for me. Now that my batter is nice and smooth, I'm going to divide it between 5 small bowls. This recipe just happens to make 5 cupcakes. I thought I was going to have to do a recipe that made 6 and just have a few left over, but this ended up working perfectly for me. Now I'm going to color these of the colors of the Power Rangers in this year's movie, which is pink, yellow, red, blue, and black. I've got my yellow, blue, red, black, and pink. I haven't even used pink yet. And these are very concentrated colors, so I'm only doing 2 small drops. I'll add more if I think I need it later. think I'm going to end up doing 3 of the black just to make sure it gets a nice color. This is a small amount, so you can see how deep it gets with just the 2 drops of color. And apparently I can't count, so I'm going to have to improvise for my last spoon. Perfect. I've already got my cupcake tin lined, again with only 5 liners. And this recipe is going to fill the cupcake tins between 2/3 and 3/4 of the full. I think this blue is going to end up being my favorite. If you want to go really crazy, you can get the different colors of the cupcake liners. I didn't. I figured the color frosting and the color cupcakes is going to be enough. Alright, and my oven's already been preheated. It's at 350 degrees. I'm going to fill the rest of my empty cupcake liners with water and then pop them in the oven for 14 to 16 minutes. Now my cupcakes are out of the oven and they're cooling, and I've got my finished frosting. I didn't film this because 1, I was trying to wash my dishes and kind of multitask, and I figured that wouldn't be very fun to watch, and 2, I don't have a recipe for frosting to follow. My basic formula is to whip my fat. It could be shortening, butter, cream cheese, a mixture. In this case, it was only half cup of butter. Whip it till it's light and fluffy, and add in powdered sugar and my flavorings, and then just whip that until it's the consistency that I want. So in this case, half a cup of butter and about 2 cups of sifted powdered sugar, and then just whatever was left in my little thing of vanilla. So I've got it really nice and whipped up. I really just left the stand mixer running until it was as fluffy as I wanted. So we do the same thing that we did for the cupcakes, divide them into 5 smaller bowls. And start to color. for the frosting, I've done 3 drops of each color. Got all of my frostings colored and put into piping bags. I did end up having to add 1 extra drop in each of the colors, 5 extra drops in the black, and it's still not dark enough. Do remember that they're going to deepen as they sit there. I just set them off to the side. We're going to work on some decorations. Got a small hunk of fondant. And I'm going to dust my Silpat with a little bit of cornstarch. Start with a slightly flattened disc, roll it kind of flat. And then I've got a rough template of a fat lightning bolt. That was another thing I had a little bit of trouble with. If you look up the Power Rangers lightning bolt, it's kind of 3-dimensional and at an angle. So I just kind of had to eyeball a shape, and I'm going to cut it out of the fondant. There we go. 1 down, 4 to go. Alright, got my cupcakes done, lightning bolts done, frosting done. Now it's to put it all together. The black has not deepened as much as I would have liked, so we're going to have a gray ranger. Last one coming out. And there we go.